It's early March at the migrant encampment in El Chaparral Plaza in Tijuana. There, hundreds of asylum seekers are looking for information. Any sign that they'll be allowed into the U.S. under the new Biden administration. Braden Lainez is one of those asylum seekers. He has his 6-month-old son strapped to his chest. He and his partner have been waiting in Mexico for a year and a half to declare asylum in the U.S., fleeing as Honduras deteriorates amidst political violence and social instability. Lainez pulls a flag he's carrying with him out of a backpack. It's a Biden for President flag, and Lainez waves it in front of him. To him, it represents a new chance, a possible reversal of fortune after a brutal few years. Sitting in Mission Bay Park in San Diego this past Tuesday, Lainez tears up thinking about what his family has had to go through to get here. His son is now 9 months old and on the verge of walking. He said he had plans just to give up. He had come so far already, just to be stopped at the border for so long. Lainez shows off scars from a machete attack in Honduras, which he says was politically motivated. Lainez said he thought he was going to be killed in the attack, but God must have put a guardian angel in his path, one who defended him, because he has no idea how he was able to escape. He left the country with his clothes still wet. His mother had just done laundry. That escape led them to Mexico, but then Lainez and his partner, Yuris Erazo, encountered a Trump-era policy known as Title 42, which has put a near-total halt to the processing of all asylum seekers at the border. In recent weeks, an agreement hammered out by the Biden administration and the American Civil Liberties Union has allowed vulnerable asylum seekers to enter the United States. Erazo describes just how bad things were in the migrant encampment, where they moved to after a year already spent in shelters in Tijuana. It was all very difficult, she said. The children cried from the cold. They gave us blankets. It was very sad, but we triumphed. And here we are, thank God. They got help from the group El Otro Lado, which has assisted thousands of vulnerable asylum seekers in Tijuana. After crossing the border last week, they stayed in a hotel room paid for by the state until travel could be arranged. On Tuesday, Eitan Peled from the Jewish Family Service of San Diego helped the family get ready to move to New York, where their sponsor awaits. The group helped more than 3,600 migrants entering the U.S. during the month of May. He showed the young family how to navigate San Diego International Airport, which is harder if you don't speak the language or have never been in an airport before.
We're really excited that we're seeing arrivals again, that we're seeing the arrivals in the numbers that we are, because we know these are all people that are really in desperate need of help, of international protection. The stories that you hear are really, really horrifying, and so I think the implementation of something like Title 42 was really horrible because it denied people access. When I think what we're doing is showing that we can both protect public health and afford folks the access or the right to seek asylum.
Lainez says he got comments about the flag he flew with the president's name on it. It wasn't Biden that motivated him to come, but he said this didn't have to do with politics. He says people tried to insult him, bring him down, but he was holding on to it not out of support for a politician, but because it gave him hope of someday getting into the U.S. On Tuesday, Lainez, Erazo, and their son walk down the jetway to a plane. They'll face years of uncertainty about their status in the U.S., but for the first time in 2 years, their lives are no longer in immediate danger. Max Rivlin-Nadler, KPBS News.